Welcome to the show, everybody. It's the Crypto Lark. Today, I got to sit down with Dima, the CEO of Hacken. Dima, welcome.
Hey man, what's up?
Now, for anybody who hasn't heard about Hacken yet, what are you guys doing? Can you give us the short version?
The short version is that we are cybersecurity guys, and we do everything to protect projects in blockchain from being hacked.
Nice,
This
nice.
is a short one.
Well, I like the short version. It's simple. It's like we're trying to stop people from being hacked. Now, you guys are essentially ethical hackers. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. That's
What's
right.
an ethical hacker? Can a hacker be ethical? I thought all hackers were bad.
Not actually true. Being a hacker, it means you always have a critical mind, and you always try to, you know, go not if there is a block, if you cannot go straight, you always try to go around. So this is what the hacker word means. And in terms in this, so there are like growth hackers, that's are not quite related to IT. They're related to marketing. But yeah, it's easier to explain what is gray, white, and black. So the all of them have this superpower that helps them to to do absolutely crazy things in the internet. And the thing is that how they make money even. So yeah, the first thing you can do is you can um, hack the system without the permission and ask for the reward and demand for it. And if they don't pay you, publish it on the black market. So this is the black hat. The gray hat is when you go without the permission, hack the system, and then ask for the payment, and they deny you to pay, and then you're like you basically do not do anything with that vulnerability. And the white one is that hack systems only at the bug bounties and close and open ones. And when he got reward in legally and yeah,
And
so
this is you
this.
guys.
But
This is
but
what
but
you
yeah
guys are
yeah
doing.
yeah yeah. But like ethical hacker is for us is very important as well, because we see our mission in the crypto world not only to find bugs in the products, but also educate people. It's to show the examples of latest phishing attacks, to and also we are doing the crypto exchange rating system, which is also very important in terms of the us being hackers in the community where a lot of fake and fraud stuff is happening.
Hmm.
So we as the ethical hackers, we see responsibility to provide fair information about where unfair games been done.
Very cool. Now, obviously, for a business, this is really big to have this kind of security oversight happening. But what about for individuals? Ian Bellina just got hacked for the tune of $2 million worth of
Yeah.
cryptocurrencies. Could you have helped him if he had contacted
Uh,
you?
I think it's all about about knowing what is phishing, and always have a critical thinking on whether this proposal that you got is a phishing email or not, because so many I have an amazing example right now. We just discovered a new phishing attack. This will be exclusive. This
Ooh.
first, yeah. So we, like right now, all the BTC, all the ICOs, they're desperate about being listed at some top exchanges, and they're like ready to pay. So now it's not a big deal to fake the domain address when you spoof someone. So right now there we find the hit BTC letter from some guys who are saying,
Mm.
okay, here's our listing proposal. We finally finished review of your project. You have great project. So send us only 2.5 bitcoins for one pair, one bitcoin from another. And believe me, there's so many ICOs who pays. Like,
Of course.
yeah, so it's all about education, like cybersecurity. It's 95% is human mistakes, human laziness, and human unethical, uneducational, no awareness of what is proper security standards of your account. So
yeah, you are the first line of defense in your security, and most people just lay down, let things happen. You have to be very proactive, guys. Now, before I really get into what you guys are doing at Hacken, can you just give maybe a few tips, a few security tips for the listeners? What would be your top tips for personal security?
my number one tip will be about the Google authentication and like two-factor in general. So in most of the web applications, websites where they put two-factor authentication, by default, it's still like linked either to the phone number or to alternative email or something like this. It's actually not a big deal to it actually become making the two-factor, especially Google one, absolutely useless. So when you recover your account, you're able to pretty easily restore your two-factor without any problem. So my advice would be either to buy some personal hardware two-factor, like with Bluetooth or something like this, which will kind of secure yourself if you lose your phone and you don't want to go into a very painful recovery process. Or the second one is to keep the written one-time recovery passkeys, which is also which will also save your time, and guys who will want to hack your phone, they will not be able to use the default settings. So yeah, but my security advice: go to your two-factor, check your default settings, and I'm pretty sure 99% that your settings are two-factor is useless.
Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, let's
Thank you.
go ahead and jump into what exactly you guys are doing. So, Hacken Proof. How does this work? How do the bug bounty systems work? Imagine, for example, I'm a company and I want to use your services. How's that going to look for me?
Okay, so first of all, for Hacken Proof, your company has to be already prepared. Before Hacken Proof, we usually run the penetration test. So, but or even if the penetration test was run by other company, we review it so that we are sure that there are no standard mistakes like rookie mistakes, because if there were, like, hackers at Hacken Proof will find them like immediately. So after we run the penetration tests, then we make sure that the client fixed all the bugs, and then when they're ready, we are setting the scope and we put the product on the platform. When we put the product on the platform, this can be either closed or open bug bounty. Closed is when only limited hackers are working. Open is when it's open for everyone. Hackers love closed one because in that way they are sure that they will not work for free. So then we just give like 3, 2, 1, go, and they start to penetrate. And whoever will find the bug and report, and our team will validate this bug, he will immediately get a reward for that. Yeah, it depends on the complexity of the company. The payment for critical and medium vulnerabilities can be different. So, for example, to find the critical vulnerability in Microsoft Word will be, I don't know, maybe 10K, 15K. Critical in some crypto wallet will be maybe 1.5K, because it's to be honest, crypto wallets uh, that we see, they are not so good so far. Yeah,
A
so
little
yeah,
easier work.
yeah. So yeah.
Very cool. What about Hacken Accelerator? What is that?
To be honest, Hacking Accelerator um, is not our primary focus, and in fact, it was in the roadmap that we have. It was in the limited milestone. It wasn't in the limited milestone that we focused. So we decided more to do the Hacken marketplace and to do the crypto exchange ranks, because it's more value to community.
Mm-hmm.
We see a lot of ICOs, cybersecurity ICOs asking us for advice what to do. Uh, we uh, we we propose them to all of them. We propose to be placed at the marketplace. So at the marketplace, we are selecting the cybersecurity companies that have ready product that we validate, that we check by ourselves that it's like it is useful for the customers,
Mm-hmm.
and then we sign the contract that this product now can be bought by hackers, by our own cryptocurrency. So this is how we decided to move with the accelerator, because we really understand that it's hard to grow, and our team is growing pretty fast. Like being at right now in Asia, I understand that security is needed to everyone, and like going in the conference right now, like in Dubai, I was going and selecting which projects I will give my business card. It's not like the opposite, because so many scams and
Mm-hmm.
useless projects. That's like I don't want them to make an ICO. I don't want them to be secure.
You don't want them to be associated with your brand.
Yeah, especially of course. So that's why we are selecting customers, and like every day we have a new team member, and it's quite hard. So no accelerator is for now.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We'll growing organically, and putting the good projects, cybersecurity projects that we like on our marketplace. Maybe in future we will help them to share experience and to open new markets for them. But so far, it's enough work for us.
Very cool. Now, I want to talk about the token for a second. So, essentially, the Hacken token is the money of the ecosystem. Do you burn the fees?
Yeah. So our first burn will be quite soon, and I'm working right now to automate the system. Uh, it's still in progress. It will be through smart contract, but so far it's manually. But yeah, it's everything is visible in the Ethers console. It's like everyone understands what's going on.
Very
Yeah.
cool. That's good. That's good. It's what I see a project that's going to be very high in demand due to the nature, particularly of cryptocurrencies and blockchain based projects. The hacking's out of control, the scamming's out of control. They need help. They need people to come in and say, "Hey, here's your all of your security weaknesses." And then, of course, as the fees get spent over time, the number of hacking decreases, which is pretty cool. Now, you are going to be working with the guys, or maybe I could form the question a bit differently. Is there any way for you to be working with companies like QuantStamp, for example?
Um, yeah, for sure. Um, so I'm always following one rule in the business partnerships: win-win. Like there is no other way, And this game of theory of games. I think this is something which helps humanity to to expand and very fast right now. Like more and more people understand that win-win actually works, and maybe this is how all universe works.
I love it, Dima. I
So
love that. By the way, just that's great. The zero sums mentalities of the past, where I have to win for you to lose, and it's crazy. I like the win-win.
thank you. And and I think this is how big four companies like the one I was working for a long time, Deloitte. This is how they were establishing like 150 years ago. So people with the same mind all over the world, they are working on the same things, and then they meet and they start to make some associations. They start to work on the standards of the quality. And we know that QuantStop is hiring good professionals. We know that they're doing pretty good reports. We know other companies who are doing pretty good reports. And we already meet with each other and we speak on how the standardized methodology. We want to make that will explain to that will set the standard high, and that will lead our industry into to new development stage. So, and it's not only US like us, it's also Asian partners who are thinking the same. And yeah, I think there will be some pretty interesting, not think, I'm sure, I know it, that soon it will be interesting partnership announcement of the competitors in this field of smart contract auditing.
Very cool. Very cool. We're looking forward to that announcement for sure. Now, I want to expand a bit more on the crypto exchange rank. This is a really interesting thing. I was looking at the website the other day. Wow, this is a really cool idea. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, so we were doing our tests. Like we have finance guys in the teams. I know I like finance, and we made some tests when we tested the depths of the buy and sell orders on the biggest Chinese exchange that show billions of turnover. And our conclusions were that the volumes that are shown cannot be supported with the depth of the current at the moment trading pairs. So the our conclusion was that around 80% of the OKEX or OBV volume is fake. So
Wow. That's pretty
yeah,
substantial.
this is our conclusions. We are working on have more proofs, and actually, when it's a centralized exchange, this is like this is very difficult to get proof, and they will never say that we are doing some tricky games. But yeah, it's using the like a sliding technique through the depths of the pair. You can understand quite a lot of things. It's like when you dump when you buy 50 BTC or sell 50 BTC, you can see how the price change, and then you compare with the volume of the like our trade, and you see that the price doesn't change, and you see that something is going like something is
Mm-hmm.
wrong. So yeah, and we this is the first thing. Second thing that we started to to evaluate cybersecurity of the exchanges, and we understood that there are so many problems, and we came up with the idea, guys, we need to do cybersecurity rating for the exchanges. This information will be for sure useful for the community. And then the third is that our legal team and other partners, they say, guys, let's do the comprehensive ranking system. Let's add the legal, let's add the PR, let's add the KYC, let's add arbitrage, trading. Let's do a proper product. So I'm very happy that we have an enthusiastic team which is working on this. They're working like a lot, like long hours, and yeah, we're gonna have some results very very soon in two
I think what's
months.
important too is that there's so many things you're bringing in here. It's like you said, it's public opinion, it's security, it's arbitrage, all these different factors. So the final result should be very strong when it comes out.
First of all, the results should be unbiased, unbiased, and we are after we will publish the methodology, how we're ranking. We want the crowd to join us in discussion, because of course the ranking system is very important, and this will be the next step of development. So some Moody's in the crypto world will appear. We want to be this Moody's,
I
and
like it.
yeah, and we want other companies to join in discussing what should be the fair ranking system to the crypto exchanges. And yeah, like it's not gonna be the rating systems will not come from the traditional markets. There is not that Deloitte, PwC are gonna become like best smart contract auditors. No, it's not that Moody's, Standard Poor's, or Fitch are gonna come and rank the system, the crypto exchanges. No, it's gonna come from the community, from the ethical people who believe in blockchain, believe in cryptocurrency movement, that will say, okay, guys, I'm gonna take this sector, and I'm gonna put all my efforts to do it the best, to do it fair, and to bring the value. So yeah, we started it, and we are looking for more and more people to join us.
Wow, that's really cool. I think this is going to be really important moving forward, and I think that the good exchanges, the ones who do practice best practices, will look at your rankings and go, this is how we can improve. Thanks for the information. And the other exchanges will go, they're wrong. They're lying. It's not true. Now, based on
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
go
I
ahead.
agree. That's gonna be fun.
Now, based on the information you have already, can you already see? I don't want to ask you to say which are the worst or anything, but based on your current rankings and the current information you have, what are some of the exchanges that you see as having the best practices at the moment?
um, uh, what I can say that there is a report I'm gonna send to you by a pretty good cybersecurity company, Dashlane, about the password security of the exchanges. So what I can say the trend that European and American exchanges are paying much more attention to the cyber security, and when the Chinese ones, like Asian ones, unfortunately not so much. So
Hmm.
this is the trend that I can highlight.
Very interesting. It'll be really interesting to see in about 2 months or so when the final report comes out. I know I'll be really excited to see that. That should be very interesting information indeed. Now, I want to switch up a little bit here. You're based in Kiev. Can you tell me
Yes, we are.
what is the cryptocurrency scene like in Kiev at the moment? What's the community like there?
So um, the community is very proactive in Kiev. The community uh, have their own, like a filter scam filter. So we have like a few groups with 300 opinion leaders. That's CEOs of their projects, and they are quite united. So there are people who work in for the government, designing the legislation. There are people who are creating miners. There are people who have Paytomat is a great project. They are making the network of the restaurants in Kiev which accept crypto.
Wow.
You know, yeah, I can go to my favorite restaurant right now and pay in crypto. That's nice. So in Ukraine, people believe that cryptocurrency and blockchain is our chance as a nation to be, to be the leaders. So we, all the young people, they right now want blockchain. They want to become smart contract auditors. They want to, to go for this technology. And yeah, I feel a lot of responsibility of, be, a manager of this process. And yeah, the blockchain is big in Kiev.
Wow.
Have you been there? Have you been there?
I used to live in Kiev many years ago.
Ah,
So yeah,
really?
I must come
Wow.
back though. I'm planning on coming to Europe in summer at some
Ah,
point.
you
So
heard
I'll
about me.
come visit you, Dima.
Yes, please,
You can show me
please.
the
I will.
offices. I would love it.
Yes, it's you will see how Kiev changed. It actually changing like every year, and for the good, of course.
That's super exciting to hear that the community is so enthusiastic about blockchain and cryptocurrencies and what cryptocurrencies can offer. And for anyone who doesn't kind of know some of the backstory, the Ukrainian hryvnia has suffered as a currency in the past couple of years, and so to see something like Bitcoin, you look at volatility and go, meh, might be better than the hryvnia. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. In the main use in Ukraine, usually uh, they say like, okay, today the USD currency exchange rate is this, Euro currency exchange is this, Bitcoin currency exchange is this.
wow,
So yeah,
that's actually
so
really interesting. It's becoming so big that they just say, and by the way, this is the Bitcoin value today as well. That's really cool.
yeah, 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 yeah. So
Nice.
everyone knows what is Bitcoins. Everyone.
That's really, really cool. Dima, this has been a super interesting chat. I think we've covered the main ideas of Hacken. The crypto exchange rank is super exciting. I'm going to put links down below in the description for anybody who wants to find out some more information about this. And I'm going to come see you in Kiev pretty soon, Dima.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.